Welcome to Whisperwood Stories. Today, our no sleep story is from user Haunting Minute. Let's begin. My son says his mother is talking to him through the wall. She died 3 years ago. Grief does strange things to people. After my wife died, everything in our home shifted. Not physically, nothing moved or fell or broke. But the silence changed. It stopped feeling quiet. It started to feel heavy, like the walls were holding their breath. I stopped talking much. So did my son. Sam is 10. He's a quiet kid, thoughtful, always drawing or reading or building things out of cardboard. He adored his mother, the way he clung to her, the way he hung on every word she said. It's not something I ever thought too deeply about. You assume there'll be time. He didn't cry at the funeral. Not even when they lowered the casket. He just held my hand with a grip so tight, my fingers went numb. He didn't want to sleep in his room after that. Said it felt too big now. So I let him sleep in mine. I thought it might help. At first, it did. The first time it happened, I thought I was dreaming. It was 3:11 a.m. when I woke up. The air in the room felt dense, like the moment before a thunderstorm. Sam lay beside me, eyes open, staring up at the ceiling. I whispered his name. He didn't look at me. "She's in the wall," he said, voice flat and soft. "What?" "She says she wants to come back." I blinked at him, trying to shake off the fog of sleep. "Who says that?" "She does. Mommy. She talks to me at night." He finally looked at me and smiled. It was too wide, stretched, like he didn't understand how mouths were supposed to work. The next morning, he didn't remember any of it. I started noticing small things. Cold drafts with no source. Sam's drawings. First, they were stick figures of us smiling. Then he started drawing 2 of her. One looked like normal mommy. The other had no face. I found one crumpled under his pillow. It showed me asleep in bed, mommy in the wall, peeking out, reaching for Sam. I asked him about it. He shrugged. "She says she came back. She says you let her in." At night, I started hearing things. Scratching. From inside the wall near Sam's old bedroom. Faint at first, then louder. Dry, slow scraping, like fingernails dragging across wood. Sometimes I thought I heard a voice. Not whispering, just breathing. I told myself it was the house settling. A mouse, rats maybe? I sealed the vent. I bought traps. Nothing helped. One night, I pressed my ear to the wall. There was a sound behind it, a low thumping like something knocking from the inside. And then I heard her voice, faint, muffled, but clear enough to understand. "Let me out." I didn't sleep that night. The next day, I moved Sam's bed into the guest room with me. He didn't even ask why. That night, I dreamed of her. Not how she was. Not before the accident. Her face was wrong. Her eyes too far apart. Her lips moving just a bit too slowly when she spoke. She curled into bed with me, skin cold and damp. "I miss our family," she whispered. "I want to be whole again." When I woke, the bed beside me was wet. Not sweat, not tears. The mattress was cold, like something had been lying there all night. The drywall behind Sam's old dresser cracked. A long, thin split from floor to ceiling, like something trying to push through. I ran my fingers over it. It pulsed, warm to the touch. Not a surface, a membrane. I boarded it up, nailed thick wooden planks over the wall. Every screw I drove made my teeth ache. Sam just watched me from the hallway. Didn't ask why. Didn't say a word. That night, I heard screaming. Not from Sam, from inside the wall. It didn't sound like an animal either. Like something trying to imitate a scream, and almost getting it right. The next morning, the boards were gone. No splinters, no nails, just gone. In their place, something had been written on the drywall. Not scratched, burned into it. "Let me finish." I took Sam and drove to a motel 3 towns over. Didn't pack more than clothes and a toothbrush. I told him we were going on a trip. He didn't look surprised. That night he slept soundly for the first time in weeks. I almost let myself believe it was over. Then the motel phone rang. 3:14 a.m. I picked it up. Silence. Then static. Then,
"You let me in. You don't get to shut the door now."
I hung up and ripped the cord from the wall. Sam was sitting up in bed, watching me.
"Is Mommy mad?"
I didn't know what to say. I sat next to him, brushed the hair out of his face.
"She says you left her behind,"
he whispered.
"She says the crash wasn't her fault.
He looked at me.
She says you were drinking."
That's not true. I had a beer with dinner. 1. I wasn't drunk. I wasn't. We were arguing. That much is true. She wanted to take Sam to go to her sister's for a few days. Said I was distant, cold. Said I didn't care anymore. I told her to go then. Slammed the door. Didn't even say goodbye. She drove off into the rain. 20 minutes later, her car skidded into a ditch and hit a tree. They said she died instantly. But what if she didn't? I went back to the house alone. I didn't want to, but I had to know. Had to see. The wall was open. Not cracked. Not broken. Open. A hole the size of a door, leading into darkness. I could see the other side of the wall, the insulation, the wood beams. They looked wrong. Too deep. Like the space went further than it should have. I heard something breathing, and then I saw her crawling out slowly, her limbs too long, her skin raw, her face only mostly right.
"You left me,"
she whispered. I ran. Back at the motel, Sam was drawing again. The new picture showed 3 people in a bed. Me, Sam, and Mommy. Only Mommy wasn't in the bed. She was under it. I asked him where he saw that. He pointed to the floor.
She's been here the whole time. She said she'll be quiet if we let her stay.
I don't know what I've let in. I don't know if it's even her. Whatever crawled out of that wall has Sam's trust, his attention. I tried to take him to my sister's to get away. He screamed the whole ride. Said I was stealing him. Said she needed him. She says I should have been in the car, not her. He stopped talking after that. Completely. Now he just draws page after page. The last one was of me, standing in the kitchen, only it wasn't me. The eyes were empty sockets. Something thin and black was crawling out of my mouth. I comforted him gently. Why did you draw this? He looked up at me. His voice was soft, far away.
She says that's what you looked like when you opened the wall.
I didn't open it, Sam. He didn't answer. Just smile. Last night I woke up and he wasn't in bed. I found him in the hallway, sitting beside the wall. The hole was open again, and I could hear her voice. She wasn't angry anymore. She was cooing, sweet, loving, like she used to sound when she sang to him.
Come in, baby,
she whispered.
Come see what I saved for you.
I picked him up and carried him away. He didn't struggle, didn't scream, but as I tucked him back in, he looked at me and said,
She says next time you won't be able to stop me.
I blocked the door to the hallway, nailed it shut, pushed furniture in front of it. But last night I found the kitchen chairs stacked in a perfect spiral on the living room floor. Every clock in the house stopped at 3:14 a.m. Sam was standing in front of the wall again, just smiling. I think I opened something I wasn't meant to, and now something is wearing her voice. I don't know if it's a ghost or something worse, but it wants Sam, and I'm not sure I can stop it anymore. Thank you for listening to Whisperwood Stories. If you enjoyed, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe down below. Do you have a story that you'd like me to read here? Consider commenting or sending it to whisperwoodsubmissions@gmail.com. The story in this video was read with the author's permission. Thank you again for listening, and be sure to check out the original Reddit post. Want to support me? Check the link below, or you can leave a tip if you wish. And remember, don't let the shadows get too close. Good night.